but it is a... Lucy! Come here, girl. That's my dog. What's up, GQ? I'm Walton Goggins. These are my essentials. This hat. This hat was a gift from my buddy Sam Rockwell almost 14 years ago when we were doing this movie in New Mexico. He actually got it for himself, and we were at a party one night and I commented on how much I liked it, and he took it off his head and he put it on my head, and he said, it looks better on you than it does on me, so why don't you keep it? And I have kept it for 14 years. It's a Red Smith Stetson. It's like a state trooper hat, and you can see how often I've worn it because of all that sweat. And if you've seen me in an airport, chances are you've seen me wearing this hat. Wow, look at this. Who doesn't want to keep a lighter in their pocket? I happen to live in a house that has 7 fireplaces, so whenever I need to light one, I have it right here. This lighter is a prop that I use in the White Lotus season 3. Now, I chose this lighter as an essential because any actor who's been around for a long time, you always take a token. It's because it reminds you of how valuable that experience was to you. This particular person that I play in the White Lotus is very near and dear to my heart, and this is what I chose to take from him. I can't wait for you to see it and for you to see how I use it in the show. You know what's essential to me is reading. Books are very, very, very important to me. I try to have at least one going, if not 2 at a time, but I picked a few that are kind of important to me. Herman Hesse, I'm a big fan of. This is Siddhartha, and I keep it on my bedside table. I also have Steppenwolf close by. Hemingway, obviously, is a classic. Maybe you've heard of him. Movable Feast. We spent a lot of time in Paris, and Hemingway is just someone who's very, very close to my heart. But there is no other author that is more important to me than this guy right here, W. Somerset Maugham. The name of this book is The Moon and Sixpence. It is the one book that I will give any artist as a gift. I think that this book should be compulsory, really, for every artist in every discipline of art because of what it says about what we do. And how it's going to come out regardless of, even if you try to suppress it, art just has to come out. And I love this book and this author so much that my wife and I named our son Augustus Somerset Goggins after Somerset Maugham. So yeah, pick it up. Whoa. This is one of the most essential things in my life. You know what it is? It's an orange Sharpie. And you know why it's essential? Because this is the only color highlighter that I use to highlight every script that I have. And it's really weird, man. My thoughts, my brain opens up whenever I see this color on my lines. I travel with like 20 of these things, just in case one of them kind of goes bad, and I have like 4 or 5 in my bag in case I leave it in my costume or something like that. I'm just gonna put you over here, Sharpie. Don't go anywhere, because I'm gonna need you later. The right story finds the right actor, and finds the right director, and finds the right DP and cameraman and crew and location and all the rest of it. But you can't do any of it without this orange Sharpie. Passport, one of the most essential things in my life. For a variety of reasons, it's the only thing I ever really wanted to do in my life was see the world. And I dreamed of having a passport that was filled with stamps from all over the world. That is indeed what has happened. This particular passport is my latest one, and there's stamps on almost every page, but it's not my first one. It's my 4th one. My 5th one. The other reason why it's so important to me is when I am not working, I do like to get out of the country and just go explore. Favorite places in the world? I love America. You know, I do. I think it's one of the most beautiful countries in the world. But I love Morocco, India. I love Namibia. I love South Africa. Spent some time in Mozambique. It's one of the greatest pleasures in my life. Maybe just one of the greatest games in the world. Backgammon. This is a travel set that a really good friend of mine gave to me. It's this old little vintage Pierre Cardin set. Oh my God, Where has this been? I've been looking for this for years. Oh my God, I picked this up. I didn't even know that this was there. I swear to God, I've been looking for this for like 4 years. This is a piece of stone that I got in Hanoi. Unbelievable. And you know what these are? These are Scopa cards right here that I got off this card game I was invited to play in Marrakesh 22 years ago. Oh my God, this is amazing. We just moved to New York, see? So I just packed shit in places that would keep it safe, and I haven't been able to play this game since. But the game itself is one of the most important games in the world to me. Oh my God, I just found something else. I can't believe it. This is like, you have no idea. This is an owl that my wife gave me, a paperweight. Is there anything else in here? Oh, I don't know. There is. Oh my God, this was a gift from this woman in Namibia. She was a Himba woman. It's on my Instagram from when I was there. And she gave me these 3 stones, and I had the other 2, but I didn't know where this one went. I can't believe this has happened. It's only because of you, GQ, that I pulled this thing out to talk about how important backgammon is to my life. Hold on, there's one other thing in here. It's a treasure. I have no idea what this is. Oh my God. These are Christmas ornaments that my mom gave me. You might shed a tear because I put them away because they mean so much to me. She gave them to me a while ago, so I must have packed them in here because I didn't want anything to happen to them. Like, it's not the game that's essential, it's the communion that you have with the other person that you're playing the game with. And what's essential is what's happening right in here. I don't know about you guys, but that's like, I didn't plan this shit. This watch means a great deal to me because it is the first really nice thing that I bought myself, and I thought I was buying it for me. But as it turns out, not knowing that I was gonna have a child, I really kind of bought it for him. It is a generational gift and one that you bequeath to your child. I'm not a watch guy, and it's a vintage, it's a Rolex, and I never took it off my wrist for years until I got this new watch about 3 months ago. But this is one of the most important things in my life. You know what this is? It's a piece of brass. But it's not just any piece of brass. Here, give me your hand. Feel that? Feels amazing, doesn't it? No, this is a gift that my wife gave me, just as kind of a reminder of her and our family. And she gave it to me to take with me on location. It is something that I carry with me all the time, and it is very, very, very important to my life. I'm so sorry that all of my essentials are a downer, filled with earnest and emotion, but you know, the things in my life are meaningful to me. That's why I'm sharing them with you. You hear that sound? No, I'm not talking about an iPhone. What I am talking about is this right here. It's the Fan app. I use this Fan app every day of my life. I'm a big napper. I nap every day, even when I'm working for the half hour that we have off. I go straight in, I put on headphones, and I listen to this app. And how I came across it was I always fell asleep to Fans because of my aunt. She was an actress in the theater, and it was a really busy apartment that she had with all these other actors in it. So her and my uncle would sleep to a fan, and I was staying with them, and then I got addicted to it. And I keep it at that distance, believe it or not, every single day, and I go to sleep, lulls me to sleep every day, so essential. White noise is white noise, man, it's not a fan. White noise is like the TV when the programming stopped in the 80s or 70s, like, a fan is like a circular motion, and somehow this app like mimicked that sound when it's like about 18 inches from your ear. And you get the sensation as if wind is actually blowing on you. You might not get it, and I haven't been doing shrooms, I promise, but I get it, and I absolutely love it. I didn't travel for a really long time, especially for the first 10 years. I was in Los Angeles and just kind of starting out as a storyteller. I just studied and worked, and then worked my day job. And after a decade of doing that, I finally gave myself permission to go out and see the world. the way that I wanted to see it. These are just places that I've been, represented in sand and seashells. I'll get like a little vessel in whatever country it is. I'll just find a little place, and then I'll put, some dirt or rocks or fucking, something from the experience in it. If you can see that, this is red sand from Namibia. This is sand from the Sahara. Also the Sahara, but from when I was 30 years old. So it's like 22 years ago. Sand from a beach in Mozambique. And this is sand from Tulum. These are called mermaid dollars. And they're from this little beach that I found just north of Cape Town. So these things are essential only to the extent that they are representative of great experiences in my life. Thank you so much for checking out my essentials, but as we learned that the essentials aren't in objects, it's in the people that we spend time with and the places where we choose to go.